Buddy. So today we are going to talk about how to be successful while having split personalities. Before we get started and I let everybody chime in, I'm going to kind of write it down. Okay, got it. Things to talk about today. How to be successful. How to be successful with split personalities. What else? Hi, welcome. So right now I'm currently writing down a few bullet points that we're going to talk about today. So the title of this video is How to be Successful with Split Personalities. And we actually just got done hanging out with someone that we just met who was aware of our personalities. We all met him, and it was fun. It was good. And just kind of like right now, Twitch, when we decided to just do it, it was because it was a whim on the moment. So, hi. Okay. So I don't know if we know you because you follow us on our Snapchat. How did you hear it? Like, who are you? Where'd you come? Oh, Rhea, you made an account. Oh, yay, you can finally interact with us. Ooh, I didn't think about it. The girls are here, the puppy dogs, and they're gonna be barking the entire time. Excuse you. Shh. So, hi. Oh, Ace, hello. So we adjusted the settings to where there's not going to be so many different people just spamming us. I thought that we had it to where it was like after 10 minutes people can start typing, but I'm glad that it's sooner and instantaneous. I've met your account on Snapchat. Oh, you first met Pixie. Okay, cool. So then, okay, so this is something that we're like getting used to. We are easily drawn out by actually seeing our name, and it's not that hard to click a button. Whenever we surface, we just like look at the button thing and like we click our name, so that way you can tell who you're talking to. And if you and I first met, chances are 100% it was probably because of Pokemon Go. So let's see. There's oh, hello. And so we're going to talk about how having split personalities can be really successful. So in the beginning, before we found out about ourselves growing up, it was really, I can tell you about my personal experiences. I was always personally told that I talk too loud, I talk too fast. I know that my attention span is just like all over the place because I really get easily excited. So my upbringing was very different compared to others because a lot of people would describe me as really, really friendly, super gullible, very trusting, which isn't a bad thing. I'm always told that's not a bad thing, but let's see. It's taking a while to adjust. Sorry, I gotta put the dog down. It's not a bad thing that she's this way, but it does get the rest of us in trouble. A lot of the time with her, she's very friendly with strangers, and her niceness comes off as flirting because people aren't used to like pure attention the way that she gives. Please refrain from spamming emotes. How it treats emotes. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, we totally trust Ace. He's actually a really good person. So I guess we need to change the way the emotes are. You can do that. You're our admin. You have the power. So sorry, Ace. That's how it was on mine when I set mine up. We'll work on that later. Didn't expect it to be that aggressive. We didn't either. So the last time we went live, there was a few people that were just something else. We didn't get the opportunity to actually like read everything that was said, but I think there's like over 30 people. So I think maybe like it got up to 32, someone said, or I don't remember. We weren't really paying attention. We get lost in ourselves when we talk. Which isn't a bad thing. So, how to be successful. So we have a philosophy that we need to be. Do we have Jenna? Okay. I think it would probably be easier for me to take the lead on this because this is something that I explain to my patients all the time. I do work with people who suffer from bipolar or depression, people who feel that their life is stagnant currently. And so based off of how we choose to live our lives and how we've learned to understand each other, it really helps connect with my patients to realize that they too can be just like us. So I tell them that when you are feeling bored, tired, or and like you're laying down in bed but you can't go to sleep, like you may think that you have insomnia. Typically people who can't sleep, something is bothering them. Or even if you don't have sleep problems, if you find yourself really feeling unmotivated, unattached, or uninterested in something that you used to be so passionate about, that means that you need to stop and take the time to collect yourself. And when that happens, you need to figure out, what do I really want to do? Like, what is the number one thing that is bothering you right now? Because believe it or not, when one of us is upset, out of all, I think there's a total. I don't even want to give out the total number of us. There's definitely over 10 of us. And as we progress and as we get more comfortable and more followers and viewers, we'll be able to introduce all of us to you. But the way that we function as split personalities is when we get into those stagnant days where it's just like, I'm not in the mood to do what I need to do, then we have to find a happy medium. We have to recollect ourselves. So like, for myself, the things that I focus and prioritize is my job. We all have our own job. So I have my job, but I also have my own goals. So things that bother me and prioritize are different than what the others may prioritize. For instance, my priority was to get the Twitch stream thing up and going. I feel that the sooner we get famous, the sooner that finances wouldn't even be an issue, because 4 of us ended up losing our jobs, and then Pixie wanted to join Twitch. So we all kind of, we agreed with it. We're like, all right, she'll be really good at Twitch streaming. She likes playing games. That is her thing to calm down. That's her fun. I'm going to read these because I think we've just really skimmed over all of you guys. Okay, this is, all right. Splits using CloudBot. What games do you play? Don't play any games just yet, but open to trying to play anything. We love to interact with our fans and our followers. So this is Pixie, by the way. So I will be the one mainly playing games, but that doesn't mean that no one else is going to want to play games, because we all have very, very different types of games that we're into. But like, I like high anxiety games to watch. But and we talked about that last time, but that doesn't mean that I won't try to play it. I'll just not be very good, and then someone else will take over. And let's see, here's my name. I feel like when she gets scared, I'll probably take over. But games aren't necessarily something that I'm into, so maybe there's a tomboy or a different one of us who'll help her play. Okay. What games do you play? How do you manage the job schedules? Okay. So our jobs, we are all, I'm going to leave it blank because we're going to be switching around a bit, and whoever takes over is going to take over. So, I guess it's easier if I explain. We all have our own different jobs, and it used to be a lot more manageable while I was going to school full time. I'm going to say that all of our jobs revolved around when I was in school, but I'm no longer in school anymore, and I was going to school for optometry. So when I finished, there wasn't a solid schedule to go by anymore to work around. And then obviously when COVID hit, the normal places that one would go to work the breakfast job, one would go to work the afternoon. Like we serve tables. We've got someone who's in real estate and does. We all have different jobs. So now that we have gone public with being split personalities, it really helps us not to have a bound 9 to 5 job, if that makes sense. Because unfortunately, when you do have split personalities and you are required to go into work at a certain time every single day or even every other day, if one of us is upset, it makes us uncontrollably change. So let's say we know Sky. Okay, we know that I go to school, but not anymore. There would be times where I would go to class, which was my job, but maybe I got one of them got into an argument with a friend or something. I don't know. Let's say someone is upset. I go to class, but I will not ever get to learn the material because when we are stressed, we switch around, we're all over the place, nothing makes sense. And so by the time, and it's typically Pixie who gets stuck like trying to learn the material, and it's so frustrating because like it's in one ear out the other. She doesn't know this content. It's like looking at material for the first time, and it is. Like, even though this is something that she went years into school for, if you were to bring up anatomy around anybody else, we're like, what's a quad? It's really bad. Yeah, do not, if you are someone with split personalities, rule number 1 is have a very flexible schedule. Don't bind yourself into something that you are committed to and required to do if you know that you are not in the right place to be making any schedules. So it happens a lot with trying to schedule hangout times with friends at the time when let me find my name. So this is something that's currently happening. I have a lot of friends that I like to hang out with, and so when I do get to hang out with them, I schedule for another time to hang out with them, but by the time that day rolls around or that time, someone else is doing something. And so, or at least just because we are kind of going through a lot right now, it's so hard for us to like maintain and stay on top of a schedule. Turn the emote setting to cloud. Okay, hold on. Let's catch up on this real quick. I feel like we've lost some control here. Okay, turn mine off on Nightbox. Splits using Cloudbox. Wow, Apex and TFT for the time being. Yeah, might be better streaming Elements Nightbot. Okay. Check Discord real quick and turn off the emote setting on Cloudbox. Okay. Discord. The chatting is through Discord? I thought it was through Twitch. That's really weird. Or I thought maybe the settings was through Streamlabs OBS. We're still so very much trying to get used to figuring this out. I was waiting to say this had to wait 10 minutes. Hello? Oh, hi, Rhea. Sorry, we don't check our messages as often as we would like. Me and Pixie are really alike. Cool. I agree. And we set up chat requirements to follow for 10 minutes to help people try to troll. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm seeing private messages through Discord. Oh, you're sending private messages. Oh, got you. Okay, so we're going to pull up Discord real quick and adjust some of these Cloutbot streaming. And we will adjust this and take the Cloutbot off. Emote protection. Should we just turn it off completely? We'll see how that goes. Okay, cool. And we should be good. Okay, let's try that. We just turned it off completely, so that should help. And Ace says Discord is another chat platform, usually for private messages. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. We actually so there's 3 social medias that we just recently installed and are trying to learn. The first one, this is Rhea. Let me find my name. So I want to say it was 2 weeks ago or maybe a week ago now. I don't know. Time gets lost whenever you're not the person. And the last time I surfaced up was a while ago with just me. But the day that I'm talking about, I think was about 2 weeks ago. And I downloaded Discord, but I didn't know how to use it. And we're still learning how to use that. And if this is your first time following us or you don't know anything about me, and if you follow us on Snapchat, or even if you don't, I'm the one, I will type in orange, and I'm constantly cleaning. So since we moved here, there's been so much work that needs to be done here, so I come and go as much as I can, and when I am here, I organize. But because of the high stress, like clutter stresses me out, and we're still not settled in, and it's stressing me out. So I switch around, and I identify as 36. I know that I am the oldest one out of everybody. So technology is hard for me to kind of learn and pick up. It's not as easy for me, but I try. Let's see. Let's read. I have mine turned off. I don't have a problem with emotes being spam. Thank you, Ace. Oh, look at yours. Awesome. It's disabled. Yeah, now. Okay, cool. Thanks. Welcome. I've been using Twitch for like a year and still learning. Okay, cool. Well, hopefully it doesn't take us a year to learn. Oh, man. What's slobs? What's slobs? What's that? Also, I DM'd you on Twitch as to why she uses slobs. Is that just acronyms for a type of... I'm thinking that's what that is. I'm going to take over since we're talking about Twitch streaming and all this stuff. Now I feel old because I'm 30. Oh, psh. No, you're not old at all. Biologically, we're 26, but our age range so far, Pixie's the youngest, and Rhea, for sure, right now, is the oldest, so I'm 33 dreams. Slavs, the Streamlabs OBS. Okay, cool. So yeah, as you get to be around us, you'll kind of see who changes. In fact, whenever we hang out with our friends, everyone can tell when Pixie takes over, because not that she has Tourette's, but while we're in the middle of talking, if you or anybody were to bring up an animal, say a word or an animal, she's going to make the sound. And none of us noticed when she took over until the person who we were talking to imitated what we just did. So a lot of times she meows, and it's just something she does. And so when someone else is like, meow, we're like, why did you meow? And they're like, because you just did it. We're like, really? I did that? Yeah. So we have split memories, and so it just when it happens, it happens, and our friends are able to tell when that does, and they're like, oh hey Pixie, and she's like, oh that. So I feel like now we're like with a bunch of friends, so like and Coconut is like moderating for us, so now I can actually read chats, which is really convenient because the chat box is on this side, and so when I look this direction or lean this direction, naturally I take over. So you'll notice that too. As we switch, there's a certain direction that we like look or lean, but that's just according to where we feel that we naturally go to. And in a way, that's kind of like how we feel where we belong in our minds, our heads and stuff. So, wait, how old are you? I'm 33. I have the cutest dogs. That's really cute. Oh man. Now we gotta fix the clip settings too. It's a little too aggressive. What's too aggressive? I know it's too aggressive. Well, I guess maybe I shouldn't answer things. I trust chat so far, but the ability to make clips, but the ability to make clips, but we can do that later. Okay, cool. Awesome. So yeah, the topic of this was to how to be successful split personalities. We had to actually type it down to make sure that whenever we felt like we're lost, we had to like look at the main thesis of today's topic. And today we're talking about how to be successful with having split personalities. Okay, so something that we do is we share a calendar on our phone. So we do keep a very, very busy schedule, and we are also very spontaneous. So for friends, which we all have our own groups of friends, but as coming out as split personalities, the people that we associate ourselves with know about us, and they are extremely helpful, accepting. They know us by our names, and even new ones still trying to figure it out. But every time that we switch, we were like, oh, this is Bunny, by the way. And if you don't know anything about me, which most of you probably don't if this is your first time viewing, I work with the computer stuff, learning anything technology, because it's very hard to be walked through how to do certain things and how to learn a program when someone is telling us and we're switching around, because it's frustrating. And so by the time that we click around to a new page, and we just like, we could do this over and over and over, but unless it's one person, we're each doing a different spot and we're just listening to what we're told. And so maybe one person could click a button and, you know, it'll be me. I'll lead it from one page to another, and then maybe I take over because I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And so I'm listening to our friend Coconut, who's teaching us how to do this, and I'm like, okay, now what button do I click? Because I know that he's trying to show us how to use Twitch, but it's now anything involving Twitch, I think I'm just going to take over as far as learning it, because it is very frustrating when all of us see the same person differently, and so we interact with him differently, the same exact person. So he's friends with all of us, just at different levels, and so I appreciate his help the most because he is so technology savvy. Being successful with split personalities, know what you're good at, learn yourself. And so that's what we're doing. We know our strengths, we know our weaknesses, and we have to respect each other's time. So even though right now with the high stress going on and we're switching around all the time, at least we recognize who we are. And so when we are the person who we are at the time, we know what we're good at. And so I took over, and I was like, we got a Twitch stream. We got to try this out. This is something I was very excited about because, again, I believe that the more out we are, the more content we have. I can add it to our YouTube channel. It's just overall, and it's really fun. Let's see. Okay, so let's read this. The ability to make clips, post clips. Are we still talking about clips? Okay, cool. So we're just talking about that in the chat. That's fine. So we share a calendar on our phone. When people want to hang out with us, we have to specifically ask them, you need to provide a time, a place, and location. The only time that we make appointments with people, we have to put it on our phone. So good communication is one way to be a successful split with your own jobs. And being self-employed, every single one of us work for ourselves. And so it's kind of weird with the taxes. It's still legally just the one person, but we all work as different names. And it just, it's so different. Like today, I work with Herbalife. So it's a weight loss shake and tea combination, and earlier today, one of the identities who is not on our screen went to go get a shake. And when this identity was trying to explain, like, oh, I have another identity that sells Herbalife, I had the hardest time surfacing because it wasn't my, I don't know. It just, I wasn't able to surface. So when I could have easily explained, like, oh, my upper person is this person, and you're probably familiar with this person, that, like, I couldn't surface to talk about it. And that's just because I think the reason why she probably wasn't able to surface was because I had just left the hospital. I've been going through some medical issues. That's something else that's a little interesting about us, is that while I'm having to go to the doctors because I have a pain in my side, the others don't feel that. And so because I'm physically hurting, I can't go into work, which again is an independent contracting job. So I can come and go anytime that I want. The free schedule really helps us. Whew. Okay, I think most of us will usually tag you to ask a question. You don't need to worry about, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to shower and get ready for work. I'll still be, oh, okay, cool. Bye. Thanks for coming and chit-chatting with us. He's so nice. So I guess when you at our name, it highlights it to where it grabs our attention. Is that how we do that? Or we just kind of thought maybe it did that because you were a mod, one of the mods who controlled it too. Okay. Bye, Ace. I feel like, okay, successful split personalities. Okay, so number 1, good communication. Number 2, have your calendar ready. Be respectful. That's another thing. Be respectful of each other's time. We have to tell others who want to schedule something with us, like, oh, that day, like Tuesdays are Lydia's days, for instance. She and Sky bake, and they do their thing locally around here, and then Meridia has Friday and Saturday nights. Pixie is going to start taking over Wednesday night for her weekly raids. And also, I think this Sunday there might be an event. I don't know. This is Pixie. So we tried to do, like, get a light that changes colors and, like, with the buttons and get used to it. But some of the lights just weren't all of our colors. Our colors started to look alike because I'm pink, Jenna's purple, Meridia's magenta. So like with those lights being so close to each other, you couldn't really tell a difference. So we're gonna get like a screen and maybe do like a green screen thing, and like as we switch, instead of just our names, maybe we can draw avatars of ourselves so you can kind of know who's talking. I think most of us will usually tag you, of course. You can do that, but you're able to read whatever chat you want, usually best to at someone. Oh, okay. So, I feel like this was a really bad time to go live because it's like, I'm pretty sure most people are probably driving. But then again, this is going to be saved, so anyone can watch this. So it wasn't a wasted time. We wanted to try this out. And this is a way to really see, and it's good because we were able to adjust and actually figure out the emoji bot. It was too sensitive. So that's really good that we were actually able to get like positive feedbacks of the negative reinforcements to make this better. Cool, nothing else to say. Okay, awesome. So we are actually going to be meeting someone who we've been talking to on Snapchat. Okay. So he's actually on my personal Snapchat account and has been following and getting to know us, but we are constantly always open to meeting people, making new friends, and he just voiced that he'd really like the opportunity to talk to us. So before we, oh yeah, and then we're also going to hang out with another friend. So it's really hard trying to juggle work and socializing because we all have friends and they all want to hang out with us. And then we also have people who want to get to know us. And so we try to advertise on our Snapchat to bring people to our Twitch so that they can actually talk to us directly. But we do hang out with other people. We constantly advertise like we're going to head out over here. We're going to go do this. So if anyone ever wants to join, it's always an open invitation. Okay, cool. So we're going to go ahead and end this. We've got 2 people that we want to hang out with before the end of the day. And other than that, I think the session went really well today. Obviously it was slower. I think we've got 3 viewers, so everyone's busy doing whatever. And but that's okay. That's really good. We will get better at figuring out the best time to stream. I think that maybe we can do Sunday nights where we're just chatting, and then but Pixie will mainly probably be streaming and gaming with her friends, and then if anyone else is interested in trying to play a game, they can make their own avatar. But yeah, okay. So this is good. This is the whole reason why we wanted to try this stream, was just to work out any more of the bugs. We're still learning about it, but we should be up and going and consistent very soon. So thank you for everyone who joined us, and it's just like our little guinea pigs. It's very helpful. We love all the support that you guys, send us through talking to us through our Snapchat. I'm sorry that it takes us a while to respond. I swear, I promise none of us are ignoring you. We all really enjoy talking to everybody who reaches out. So just bear with us. We do have different tier programs to respond to people faster. Like the narrator. We have a system where we put like our hearts in front of people's names so that when we surface up, we can pull up our personal people and reach out and check up on them, things like that. So it's really unique how we have to organize how we talk to our friends and people. So we'll talk to everybody later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Leaving for work now. I'll be driving. Bye. Thank you. Okay. All right. Bye, guys. Boop, 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 boop.